Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Darius from DariusCooks.tv. Now listen, I am in love with vegan food, but it's got to have a little soul and it's got to taste good. So today, I've got a brand spanking new recipe using one of my favorite ingredients that I think you're going to absolutely enjoy. It's my Kung Pao Brussels sprouts. And listen, it won't have you in the kitchen all day. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I've got some Brussels sprouts that have already been washed. So I just want to get these all chopped down and get them ready to go off into the oven. All right, so once the Brussels sprouts are all chopped, I'm gonna just toss them right onto a sheet tray. And then we gotta get some love on these Brussels sprouts. So we're gonna start that by adding a little bit of oil, right? Because this is gonna make them crisp up and taste really good. And then I'm just gonna season this with a little bit of salt and then a little bit of pepper. Clean hands are a cook's best friend, so we'll get in here and get these all tossed around nicely. All right, our oven is at 375 degrees. These are gonna go off until they're nice and crispy. Should take 10 to 15 minutes. All right, so while the Brussels sprouts are off in the oven, getting nice and toasty for us, let's make the sauce, which is gonna have all the flavor in the world that we need. So I'm gonna start by adding in some brown sugar because that's gonna make this taste really good. Then into the bowl with the brown sugar, I've got some ponzu. You can use ponzu or you can use soy sauce or liquid aminos, but you need that salty component that's gonna mix really well with the brown sugar. I'm gonna add in a little bit of mirin, and mirin is just a rice wine, so we're gonna add some of that in there. All right, I've got a little bit of hoisin, which is really good. So a little bit of hoisin is gonna go in there. For a little bit of heat, I've got some chili oil, so just a couple of drops. All right, then I've got a little bit of shallot oil I'm gonna throw in here as well. Now, before I add in the cornstarch, I gotta put in some minced garlic and some minced ginger. I mean, you really can't even do this dish without having these ingredients. All right, in go lots of chopped garlic. Now, for the ginger, you take the back of a spoon and you just sort of scrape against the skin of the ginger, and that's how you get it off. Okay, who knew? Don't use a knife, don't cut yourself, use a spoon. All right, I'm gonna cut off about an inch or so of ginger and then we'll get that all sliced up. There you go, the ginger. One last ingredient, because I really kind of want to make sure the sauce thickens up nicely, and we get that by adding in a little bit of cornstarch. So cornstarch into this will give us exactly what we want. So we'll throw that in, and then we'll get in here and get this all mixed up together. All right, so the Brussels sprouts have been cooking. These can come out of the oven. Look at that. See what I told you? Nice and crispy. Look at that. Exactly what we're going for. Let's work on the sauce. Let's get a skillet warm. And then let's throw these Brussels sprouts right into this skillet. All right, we'll give the pan a little bit of oil to work with. So while the Brussels sprouts are heating up in the oil, I've got a pot of boiling water here, and I've got some lo mein noodles. I'm gonna add these noodles right to this boiling water like this. And these won't take but a couple of seconds to heat through. All right, and then this is the sauce that we made. I'm gonna put this right in with the Brussels sprouts. All right, so we're just gonna take the noodles and just drop them right into the pot with the sauce. All right, the last thing this needs is just a handful of cashews, just like that. And we're ready to rock and roll. All right, so look at this. This looks good. I gotta tell you, it looks good, it smells good. And that's the way you're gonna wanna eat Brussels sprouts from now on. All right, so then in the meantime, I'm gonna chop up some scallions. I'm gonna get a nice fresh element that goes right on top. So we got some scallions. All right, and then we'll just drop this right over there. All right, and then I've got a little bit of toasted black sesame seeds, so we'll add some of those, and then we're good to go. There's really only one thing left to do, and that's to get in here and give this a taste. I mean, I wish you could smell this because it smells absolutely divine. All right. This is what I mean. This here sauce is so good. With Brussels sprouts, oh my God, the Brussels sprouts are tender and saucy and delicious. Recipes like this, you know where to find them on my website. It's DariusCooks.tv. There's two things I gotta tell you, as I always do. Food is my life. Life is my food. With recipes as simple and delicious as this, I gotta wish you a happy cooking from my heart to yours. Bye, y'all.